How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I've got a special guest coming onto the channel ahead of the game against Aston Villa at Villa Park. Now if you watch football YouTubers, football vlogs and all that, you should know the people from Villa on tour. But most importantly, we have 3 topics in this video which me and Max are going to be talking about, and I've kind of got a bit of a Q&A video with Max himself. We've got 3 sections. We've got a quick fire round for Max to answer, which is kind of like a one-word kind of answer kind of thing. We've got Instagram questions which I asked you guys on Instagram, and to be honest, it was mainly Max's fans which came onto the Instagram comments and actually put in their own questions for Max and not me. And last we got a match preview ahead of the game against Aston Villa at Villa Park, and it should be a great video. Now I can't lie to you, I watch Max and Villa on tour every single week. Every time Villa play and they upload a video, I do watch it if I'm being honest with you. So if I was you, I'd head a link in the description, subscribe to Villa on tour. If you've got nothing better to do and you want to watch new content creators and you've never watched Villa on tour before, I fully recommend you guys hit that link in the description, subscribe to them, and make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel if you have not seen my face or my channel before in your life. Hit that subscribe button, that'll do me very well. Now then, I think that leaves us with one thing to do. And to start things off, we'll start with the quick fire questions. Max, I hope you're ready. Let's roll the questions. Who is your favourite Villa player?
John Mcginn.
Are Villa staying up?
Just.
Best Villa moment?
Grealish versus Blues.
Have Villa got the best fans in the league?
Yes.
Favourite Villa chant?
Ale, ale, ale.
Favourite Brighton chant?
Sussex by the Sea, I think.
Thoughts on Fusion's channel?
Debatable.
Number 8, player you are most scared of facing Villa in Brighton's squad?
Neil Morpie. Morpie.
Number 9, what should people do on this video?
Drop a like on it and subscribe to my channel, link in the description. Cheers.
And number 10, should everyone watching this video right now subscribe to Fusion Josh? It's only one answer.
Nah.
Instagram questions. Now, mainly it was all from Max's fans, not mine. So this one we're going to be answering Instagram questions. We've got 10 of them. Me and Max will answer them, and bang, let's do it. Number 1, Josh, what do you think of Villa fans? And Max, what do you think of Brighton fans? Personally, I've never been to a Villa game in my life, apart from Ipswich away, and I was in the Villa end, and they were absolutely class. However, in my opinion, I think Villa have got the best fans in the league, just stating the fact that I watch Villa on tour, I watch a lot of atmosphere videos including Villa, and I do think Villa are one of the best fans, or probably one of the best set of fans in the country, full stop.
Brighton fans, tough one. When we went there in the cup, they weren't amazing, but that was the cup, obviously. I think probably better away than home, which is the case with a lot of fans. They're not amazing. They're probably mid-tier in the Premier League. No offence, don't take offence. But yeah, sorry.
Number 2, Dunk or Mings without being biased? If I'm being honest, I do think Dunk is better. As an all-round player, with a ball-playing defender, you got the defence, you got the pass, and I just think all-round physicality, you got the height, you got everything in Lewis Dunk, and I don't think Mings has not got that. It's very comparable. I generally think Mings and Dunk are like this. But for me, I think being a Brighton fan, I'm trying not to be biased, but I do think Lewis Dunk is the better defender, if I'm being honest, because I think Lewis Dunk does contribute to goals too, as well as defender, which Mings I don't think really gets in amongst, to be honest. So that's for me, Lewis Dunk over Mings.
Without bias, the one that's in the England squad.
Number 3, best home and away fans in the league.
Best home and away fans in the league. I think there's a lot of hype around Crystal Palace fans. You're probably not liking to hear that, but I went there at Selhurst Park early on in the season. They weren't all that. They had that little section beyond the goal, but apart from that, they were pretty crap. But I'll probably give it to them for away fans. In terms of home fans, Villa, just up the boys.
I think you all know what I'm about to say. It's probably Villa. 4, which Brighton players would they take at Villa and vice versa?
I think before this season I would have said the goalkeeper Matt Ryan, but now we've got Heaton. I don't really think we'd need him. Morpie up top, I keep on saying things about him. I love him. I think he's a class little shithouse striker, so I'll probably take him as a backup to Wes. Apart from that, I don't really know. For
me, if I had to take a Villa player and put him into the Brighton squad, there's only one man in my opinion, and I think that is John Mcginn. Absolutely masterclass of an absolute tank of a midfielder. Get him in my squad if that was even possible, but for me, John Mcginn, best Aston Villa player, in my opinion. Number 5, where do you think both teams will finish this season? Beating Tottenham, beating Watford. That's the only 2 wins we've got all season. But for me, I think Brighton are going to be finishing around 15th, 16th. I don't think we're going to have a great season. I predict us finishing 12th. But right now, I'm thinking 15th, 16th. So let's go 15th.
Where do I think both teams will finish? I think will both stay up, just about. I think Villa will come 17th, which I'll take. 100% I'll take that as long as we stay up. I don't really care where we come. Brighton, 16th. That just says how big this game is, just to get away from that relegation zone. Yeah, big game. Both teams to stay up, just about.
Number 6, question for Villa on top. Okay. Do you think Wesley will be as good as Benteke in the near future? You tell me, Max.
Do I think Wesley will live up to the hype of Benteke? Now, I've been going to the Villa for about 10 years, 10 years, and Benteke is the best player I've seen. I know we've been crap over that 10-year period, but Benteke, hands down, best player I've seen. He's just an absolute bully up top. I'd love it if Wes could be anywhere near that. He hasn't shown it so far, but if we can get him firing, I think, you know, he's the same sort of player as Benteke. He's good with the ball at his feet, but he's also massive, strong. So hopefully he can be as good as Benteke, because that'll be class.
Number 7, who will win the Champions League? This is not a Brighton Villa question, but for me, I do think it's going to be an English club. Liverpool or Man City. For me, Manchester City. The depth in their squad, I think this year is going to be their year for the Champions League.
Who will win the Champions League? Oh, that's a tough one. I'll probably have to say Man City. I know Real Madrid have been pretty dross this season, losing Ronaldo. Juventus, I don't think, are strong enough. Liverpool, I think, will go for the Premier League. So I think it... But that's what Guardiola wants, isn't it? He wants the Champions League. He's done the Premier League. He's done the FA Cup. He's done all that. So I think he'll go for the Champions League. This will be his last season at City. He'll win the Champions League and then go to some other massive club in Europe.
What was your first ever Aston Villa match? You know what? I'm going to answer this one too. My first match, if you want to know my first match, Colchester away, 2009. Night game, we won 1-0.
What was my first ever Villa match? 2011, when I was about 10. So I got into football quite late. I did my 11 plus exam to get into high school. And I got back in the car after, and my dad gave me a ticket. I wasn't massively into football at this point. It was Aston Villa versus Wigan, 2011. Agbonlahor and Darren Bent scored. 2-0 victory. What a day. Sat in the upper hole. You never forget your first match.
Number 9, Duffy and Mings to have a scrap. Oh, no doubt about that. Duffy is going to absolutely nail him on the head. Give you that now.
Duffy and Mings to have a scrap. Good luck with that one. If Duffy acts anyway like he did in that cup game against Villa, then he'll be absolutely screwed against 6'5", massive Tyrone Mings. Love you, Tyrone.
Number 10, what prescription are his glasses? Yeah, Max, what prescription are your glasses?
Piss off.
With the second section being done, we're now down to the final section, and that is the preview side of things. We've had the fun, we've had the questions, but now it's time for business. My predicted lineup going into the game against Aston Villa goes as follows. Matty Ryan in goal, Byrne, Webster, Dunk as our back three, Montoya as right wing back, Solly March as left wing back, Stevens, Proper, Gross in midfield. You got Morpay and you got Connolly starting, in my opinion. That's my predicted lineup. And the prediction. Now, in my opinion, I think it is going to be a draw. I don't think we're going to lose and I don't think we're going to win. And for me, I'm going to go over 1-1 draw. I think Connolly will get our goal. And for Aston Villa, I think it's going to be John McGinn. In my opinion, 1-1 Villa Park. I'll take a point at Villa Park, 110%. And I think that will leave us nicely going into home games like Norwich and Everton at home. They had a great dominating performance at Norwich away. And I tell you what, it's going to be a hard one to tell. But hopefully, it'll be a good outcome for Brighton and Hove. That'll be my team. But for Max, we don't know. But what do you think, mate? You tell me. You tell the fans. Go on.
So then, quick preview for the Brighton game on Saturday, obviously at Villa Park. It's a massive game, to be fair. Obviously, I think both teams, I think we can agree, are going to be down there at the end of the season. But still, it's a big game. I think if I had to give my predicted lineup, I think it'll be Heaton in goal, Engels and Mings at the back, who have been phenomenal so far this season. Shield Bear at right back, Matty Target at left back in the midfield, and Nakamba, who is basically just Kante. Forehand and Mcginn, who has just been phenomenal this season. On the left, Jack Grealish, who can drift in and out. And then up front, Big Wes. On the right, probably Anwar El Ghazi. But yeah, good team. Main Brighton player I'm looking out for. I think the obvious answer would be Neil Morpay up top. I think Dean Smith has worked with him before, so we'll know what a threat he can be. Obviously, we tried to sign him, I think, in the summer as well. That didn't come off. I think he's the sort of player that we needed as well, just to be back up to Wesley and push Wes a bit. But yeah, I'm scared about him because obviously we tried to sign him, so it probably means he'll score, pop one in against us. But yeah, you got a lot of good players. Trossard as well, that Belgian lad you signed. We were looking at him as well, so it's going to be tough. But yeah, there you go. If I had to give my prediction for the game, I think us being at home, I think we just nick it. I think 2-1 Villa. Both teams to score. Both teams need the points just to get away from teams around them. But yeah, 2-1 Villa, Mcginn to score because he always does, and Big Wes to pop one in as well.
And that brings an end to this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like on this video. Thank you ever so much to Max. All this video is a bit of banter, so I'm obviously subscribing back to Max, don't you guys worry. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys have too. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you turn that post notification bell on so you don't miss an upload of myself. This weekend is going to be special. I'm going to Scotland with Fogden and Fog Dad. So yes, I know, 2 people, not just Theo, you've got his dad too. We're going to Scotland, Motherwell versus Aberdeen, and Hearts versus Rangers. Should be a cracking weekend, and there'll be new content to the channel this weekend, so hopefully you guys do enjoy the video and enjoy the vlogs over the weekend. So make sure you don't miss them uploads. And make sure you enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Subscribe to the video on tour, link is in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and obviously Max for tuning into the channel and being featured on it. Absolute goat of a channel, 25k subs plus, and that's it from me. I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye guys.